Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Probably not anybody watching right now because I literally just started. Maybe I'll give that a moment. I'm gonna go on and see because on my phone it's not telling me that I'm live, which is weird. But if you are watching right now, if this is live, hello, good to see you all. Shout out to everybody who's already watched today's video. It's been much requested, so I'm glad you guys have been enjoying that. Let's see if the stream is working. Because I'm trying to watch the chat on my phone, but I don't have anything. But okay, we are live. Cool. Looks good. Excellent. Well, in this case, I believe it is time to start making some music. Hang on. Alright, there we go. Now I'm watching the chat. Cool. Well, hello, everybody. Let's get started here. So, I want to make, like, some minimal house. Let's start with a kick. Let's go to, like, 120 BPM. I'm going to get one of my own from one of these videos. Maybe I could use one of these samples from one of my sample packs. Let's do that. Yo, Julian, you got my track for the last feedback session. Jonathan, I will check it out today. Send it through again. Okay, those aren't really minimal house vibes. Maybe we'll try something out of here. I just need something like a bit deeper, you know? Maybe up here. These are like some sample packs that I made a while ago. But I feel like we can find a sound in here that's gonna work. For the type of kick that I want at least. Let's just find one from one of these. Maybe this one? No. It's just taking me a second to find. Alright, let's use. That's what we want. Like something really deep like that. Alright, let's put that in on quarter notes. And we will have sort of a pulse to this beat. Also, I'm going to turn my voice down a little bit because it's really loud. It's way louder than the music is. So, there we go. Cool. And then we'll maybe shorten that a little. Pitch it down a bit as well. I'm trying to use like my own samples here. Let's put some drum bass on it. Yeah, that's cool. And then I'm also going to make a little bass stab. Let's see what key this is in. Okay, we in F. Nice. So, let's get operator here. Once it loads. I'm going to make like a little like triangle wave kind of bass stab thing here. Also, hang on a second because I feel like I'm not seeing something going on here. Okay, there we go. Hello to all the new people here. Good to see you. Haba Baba, hello. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Sorry for the delay there. Like I said, I wasn't seeing the chat. But, yeah, hello guys. It's good to see you all. How are you guys doing? Yeah, let's do that. Like, I like just those really simple, kind of deeper minimal bass lines like this, where it's literally just playing that one note. Just two little stabs. It just gives it, like, it's almost like a percussive element, you know? But that's what you're going for. Alright, that's cool. We're gonna put those in a group together. And maybe do just a little bit of saturation. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, and then let's make some percussion. I'm gonna get operator here. Really good, man. So I'm going to some nightclubs for some fire. Oh, that's cool. Hey, you should do it. Alright, and then let's make this like a little percussive sound. I'm gonna get some white noise here. And we're gonna put it through an LFO actually, which is gonna be on the volume. And that's gonna make it sound kinda cool. Yeah, there we go. And then let's put that through a band pass. Yeah, just like some little percussion like this. Maybe we'll add a bit of saturation to that. But I feel like that has a cool texture to it, especially for like really minimal kind of stuff like this. Is that a little bit of an envelope? Nice. And then let's put a bit of echo on that. I'm going to put it like, it's going to be really fast and unsynced. Hey, there we go. Nice, and we have more people now. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. If you just come in, say what's up. If you haven't just come in, if you've been in here for a little while, also say what's up. Good to see you guys. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just producing today, but I'm also going to be giving feedback very shortly. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. And then so now we have the LFO on the volume and on the filter. And now it has like kind of a cooler texture to it you can hear. Okay, nice. Let's make a hi-hat as well. I'm going to get another operator. And this one we are going to just put on the upbeats. It doesn't matter which note I put this on, because it's all just going to be white noise anyway for the hi-hat. Hang on a second. Kian, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if you've sent the track through already, but if you have, I will definitely check it out very shortly. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Hey, all, my first time here. Igor, hello. Well, good to see you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Buddy, good to see you, as always. Yo, how's it going, guys? It's good to see all of you. Alright, now let's put this in. Let's put some white noise here as this oscillator. And then we'll put that through a band pass. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Now to go with that, I'm gonna get another operator here, and we're gonna do something like this. Yeah, that's cool. I was originally shooting for more of like a hi-hat style sound, but I like what this is doing. Alright, there we go. And then you can see I have the LFO on there. It's a subtle detail, but it's kind of giving it some movement. Eating cheese, yo, always good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Let me see if I have any submissions yet. I have a few. I'll pull them up very shortly. Like I said, guys, today I'm giving feedback and making music, so I'll be working on this for a little bit, but then pretty soon, once I make a little bit more progress in this, I'll pull up the emails. So if you want to send a track through, it's not too late. It's never too late, but especially not too late right now. Have you had the chance to try out the Hollow Delay? No, I haven't. I still need to try that. Come on, today's banging. Dude, I need to get on that, like, immediately. Alright, you can hear the delay kind of fills in the spaces. And now we're getting those same straight, like, 16th notes. But it's just a little bit more interesting. So you can see, like, with this sound, you know, we went from this to this, which has a lot more movement. And even though it's pretty subtle, like, you can still hear the difference there. So definitely a good thing to add all this movement to your sounds like this. Nice. And I got that LFO on the volume, so it's kind of like going up and down in volume. Hey, Julian, we'd love to see you make some electro in the future. Dude, I literally just dropped an electro video today. If that's what you're looking for. Although it may not be the type of electro you're talking about. Alright, let's keep working with this. We need a clap. I'm gonna just grab something out of here for now. Hey man, Axel here. Thanks for the feedback on the last one. No problem. As always, no problem at all. Alright, let's find like just a little clap. Alright, and then we're gonna get a little snare. Nice. I know it sounds a bit dry. We need to find a better snare sample for this style. You can hear that kind of brings it to life a little bit. And like you can feel that like chill minimal groove starting to come together. You should make a pretty pad for this. True, I was thinking of doing like some chord stabs or something. So we'll see. Let's try adding something like that actually. This is reminding me of like Trummer style. Minimal, like really chill and deep. That's cool. And you can hear it now. It's kind of playing off the bass line too, because we get like, dun, dun. You know what I mean? Like everything in the groove here is playing off of something else. It's not just like all happening at once. Everything is like happening together. And also for this chord here, you can see it's just an F minor chord. I've just taken the C and put it down an octave and added in G here, which is just one note down from G sharp, aka the ninth. And we'll speed it up a little. Yeah, there we go. Alright, sounds cool. Let's maybe find a different clap though. Hey, how you doing, Julian? Have you ever heard Rusty? Yes, I love Rusty. Rusty is amazing. I think a lot of future bass and all that kind of stuff wouldn't exist had Rusty not been making those tracks back in the day. And very fun to listen to. Yeah, I mean, it's very like neon and sort of like colorful and just like in your face. You know, it's not like minimal house. It's very alive, I guess. Is the way I'd put it. Alright, we need to shorten that clap. Yo, Sam, how's it going, man? Hey, good to see you. The gang is all here. Everybody's coming through today. Let me see how many people we have. Okay, nice. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and then I'm going to pull up all the submissions. I just wanted to get this idea going. Or maybe I'll pull it up later in the stream. Okay, and then let's add one more little, like, stab. I'm gonna make a little... I'll show you what I have in mind. Alright, well, you can feel the vibes starting to come together on this one. It sounds pretty good. And this needs more cowbell. Hey, maybe you might have a point there eating cheese. At this juncture in the road, though, junction, I don't know how you say that. I'm going to pull up the emails. So, it's time to hear some feedback tracks. So, if you haven't sent a track through already, definitely send one through if you want to get your track feeded back. Donations are greatly appreciated. I'm going to be playing all the donations first. Have many emails, but right now we are going to check this one from Kian. Thank you very much for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Let's hear this. Hope you enjoy. Also, well, no, I'll just save that later. Okay, let's see where we're going. doing really solid here, I think, overall. I think, like what I'm hearing so far, at least, I should say. It is sounding a bit muddy to me so far, though. That's the only thing. Like, the bass and the kick, you can definitely clean that up a bit. Yeah, it should be moist. You're not kidding, eating cheese. I do like this a lot, though. Also, I'm going to post on my Instagram story that I'm live. I like that, like, the atmosphere here is good. I do feel like you can use more kind of pulling it forward, though. I'll explain this more when I actually get through the track. Changes a lot. This is definitely like very good. Like I'm not gonna deny that. The only advice I can give you, though, is it does get a bit boring. Like, I've noticed, like, it's like this weird thing you have. I don't know. I'm going to, like, come up with a name for this. Call it, like, the halftime or the halfway through issue or something. I don't know. But you have this issue where basically, like, halfway through all of your parts, it's starting to get boring. Like, here, this drop is really cool. But then when you go into it again, here, it's starting to get really boring. And by this point, it's like, I don't even want to hear it anymore. Let's hear this breakdown, though. I mean, I'm just being, like, honest here, but... And the drone thing in the background. Yeah, that stuff really helps. Hydra! Yo, hope you're well. I'm good. Hope you're well. As well. Yeah, the drone adds a lot of atmosphere. This is a nice break here. I will reserve judgment for this. That bass note is good. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, this is cool. Hydra, thank you for subscribing. See, this is the kind of stuff we needed sooner. Okay, and like, I'm checking on the monitors. And then we think your kick could be fatter and less muddy. Same with the bass. I do really like this though. If you have a good track here, you know what my advice for you is? Right now, this is 8.5 minutes. Take this 8.5 minutes worth of music and condense it down into like 3 or 4 or maybe 5 minutes. Because again, like, you're having like the halfway problem. Like halfway through all of these parts, the same thing is getting boring. So that's what you need to work on. But like I said, dude, this one is very good. Like, I think, like, the only reason why I'm being so serious about this is because I think it's good enough to be a very high level track. Like yeah, dude, you just need to take it and condense it into like I said, like 3 or 4 or maybe 5 minutes max if you have more interesting stuff that you add. But yeah, thank you for singing that one through, Kian. Very solid track. And thank you for the donation as well. Alright, this next one here is from Jonathan. Alright, let's hear this. My fire track from my album. I will be the one who determines how fire that is. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, this was like, if this ARP was like in a little Uzi Vert beat, that would be like the next wave, I feel like. Wow. Okay, there's like some kind of phasing problem going on. Like it sounds like this. This is what I'm talking about. So you hear like, I'm just using my track as an example because I have it open and I can show it to you. But you hear how this sounds like quote unquote normal? It sounds like you have something like this going on. Hear how like the stereo image is all weird? That's what your track is kind of. Like it's not as bad as that was, but it's not crap. Yeah, but you could definitely use that ARP in like if somebody like Molly Raw or like Pierre Bourne or like one of those kind of producers use that ARP. Whew. Oh yeah, so that's the first thing, dude. The phasing issues on the master. Definitely need to work on that. I don't really know like what is causing it. I mean, because it just sounds like everything. It sounds like you put like, it really does just sound like you put like what I had on the master here. Yeah, it's like it's happening to everything, so that's just need to work on. Other than that, I see where you're going with this, dude. And it's definitely like unique, but I mean the truth is, this is kind of a mess right now. And it sounds like you just need to keep working on it and keep improving your production skills. But yeah, thanks for singing that one through. This next one here is from Axel. Let's hear this. Hey, just finished this one. It's a little different than what I usually make. Would really appreciate your feedback on this one. Thanks, man. No problem. Hey, Bradley. What's up, dude? Oh, wait, I read that wrong. Hey, bro. I thought it said hey, Bradley for some reason. Bradley, hello. Yo, what? Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. I will definitely play yours very shortly as soon as I get through this one. But thank you very much for all the donations, guys. Cool stuff going on with the drums. Like, I like how you have little sounds coming in and out. Do you have any tips for making a good idea shorter and more interesting? Well, yeah, just like cut the fat, you know, just get rid of anything that isn't awesome, basically. Like, I try not to, like, seriously put effort into music unless I believe that it's, like, 100,000% it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't just, like, take an idea and say, okay, I have this idea, it's kind of cool, let's work with it. Like, no, like, it has to be amazing. Like, I have to just be in love with it in order for me to, like, keep working on it. And that's how you should be, too. That's how you make your best stuff. Like, this isn't just to be, like, up to a super high standard. Like, this is, like I said, like, if you want to make stuff that's really good, you have to have some kind of thing like that. So that's what I do. It's like, I really just try to make a conscious effort to, like, it's very black and white. Either it's amazing and I want to keep working on it, and I see it as being good enough to do everything you could possibly imagine with it, or it's not going anywhere. Get rid of it and move on to the next thing. I think that is like kind of what you need to do. I get what you were asking more about, like making it shorter. I mean, it's the same thing though. Like, it's not just about, like, that isn't just for like a whole track. That is also like for elements of a track. You know, like if I'm working on a track and I have a bunch of extra stuff, then I'll just go in and cut that out. You know, stuff like that. Like, just, I don't know. Only use things that you like really 100% love. That's the best way I can put it. I'll use a more punchy, heavy kick. Here, let me go from the monitor. Okay. Yeah, dude, I would definitely use like a fatter kick. Like, try one. You know what is like I think I've probably shown you this kick before, but like my holy grail of like melodic techno kicks, or at least like the type of kick you would want to use for a track like this, would be, hey, shout out to XX, would be like something like this. You hear how like fat and deep that is? This is a lot like deeper as opposed to this, which is just more kind of like, it just doesn't really have that like deepness to it, you know? I like how you're like building the tension and stuff here though. That's good. We'll try changing the kick. Yes, you have, yeah, Ray. Hey, that's a fire track. Although it's low-key a rip-off of deadmau5. But yeah, so that's pretty much it with this one. Like I said, dude, you just need to keep working on it, keep making the mix stronger and fatter, and all that kind of stuff. Cool. So this next one, I want to play the next one from the donation. Hold on, let me see who donated. Okay, it was... None of these names are the same as the one that donated. So, if you, whatever it's called. Yeah, Pedro, just let me know, like, which one is yours and I'll play it. But in the meantime, I'm going to play this next one here from Burga. Let's hear this. My first finished track, would appreciate some feedback. Let's go. Commentator said that if he didn't get a project done or like it after 2 or 3 days, he would just delete it. Maybe it's actually good. See, my problem is I don't delete them. Like, I just have all of these ideas. All of this stuff. This is all, like, there are things on here from, like, 2014 that I'm never going to touch. Like, but, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Definitely deleting it is good. I pretty much just throw it away. Or, like, just throw it away in a folder, I mean. As opposed to deleting it. Oh, looks like this is the one from the donation. Okay, nice. Let's hear this one. Okay. Techno. Waves. Yo, this is... Okay, I want to hear this one on the monitors as well. Dude, this one, I see where you're going, and you have a cool idea. But it's like, needs a bit more work, I think. Like, the kick isn't quite fat enough. Like those hi-hats, for example, you know, listen to those hi-hats, and then listen to something, I know I keep using this, as the reference. But this has like the hardest drums I've ever found. But like, listen to this. You hear how big those hi-hats are? And how sharp they are, and like. And then you hear the difference, like you hear how yours are just kind of like thinner and softer sounding. So you need to work on that too. You know, with the hi-hats are kind of like bouncing off of the kick, right? Like it's constantly going, and you're making your kick hit really hard. Like I can show you, for example, in this track. You hear the kick is hitting really hard. So you need to have a hi-hat to match that. You can't have a hard kick and a soft hi-hat. You need to have a hard kick with a hard hi-hat. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. And like I said, I think that you could also fatten up your kick quite a bit. Donation sent. Yo, Kulito, thank you very much for that. I'm gonna pull that up, but I appreciate it. I get where you're going here, though. This isn't a bad idea. And I do like this kind of techno where it's like the bass stab. You could also make it a bit more like exciting, though. It is like very repetitive. Hey, Nick, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Is FL Studio bad for minimal house? No, it is not. I mean, you can make minimal house on Audacity if you were really determined. It doesn't really matter. But thank you for the donation, dude. The synth is cool. Please check the breakdown. That's where we at right now. Okay, yeah, so I like how this breakdown builds into here, but just overall, dude, like I said, I would just keep working on it. Just keep fattening everything up and making it stronger. But yeah, thank you for seeing that one through. This next one here is from Colito. Thank you for the donation, man. Let's hear this. Okay, we're in the minimal house world now. I like how this pad is kind of like slowly coming in here. What do you guys think of this one? You guys have been all commenting saying that you want to see more minimal house on my channel lately, so, and more house music in general. So maybe this is the vibe. Lexa, thank you for the donation. If you want to send that track to the email in the description, that would be greatly appreciated. Chill though, I like it. True. But yeah, send that to the email because I can't pull it up from the Streamlabs thing. But I appreciate the donations. Seems like when I stream at this time is when I get the most donations. Needs more variation. Yeah, I would probably say that as well. I also think you can make like certain things like stronger, you know? I mean, again, with minimal house, it's not always gonna be like super hard hitting. But like that ride could be a bit sharper. You know, just certain stuff like that. This is not bad though. You have a solid idea here, dude. I would just keep working on it. I'm trying to beef it up a little bit. Sandwich just looks a lot like Yo, this is great. Drew, good to see you, dude. Some kind of personal preference thing. Ableton. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I still like Ableton more. Okay, cool. Well, this next one here. Drew, thank you very much for the donation, dude. I'm not sure why it didn't ding. But let's hear this next one from Lexa. But yeah, thank you very much for the donation, Drew. Also, thank you, Alex, for the donation. Let's hear this. Oh, the link didn't work. Dude, if you're sending a private link, you gotta do this. Just hit share. And there you go. But yeah, thank you for sending that one through. Like I said, I will pull that up once I get the proper link. But yeah, this next one here is from... Well, I'm waiting for the donations. This next one is from Seba. Alright, let's hear this. Acoustic House. Do you know when Live 10.1 will be out? I do not. But I'm pumped for that too. Some more efforts on the mix. Yeah. I like playing the guitar. This is kind of interesting with the guitar here. I don't know. It's a bit too like... It's a bit messy for me, I feel like. This is a cool idea though. I'm gonna order a ghost production from you, then submit it for you to roast it. Boring needs more variation and bigger kick. The thing is, like, I wouldn't be giving that advice if people were sending in tracks that weren't boring, didn't need more variation, and didn't need better kicks. Like, these are really, like, the most common problems. Like, it's easy to hammer out, like, not knowing how to make a pluck or not knowing how to make, you know, like, any kind of effect or anything like that. But to really, like, make a good track, that's the stuff that I don't think people can't do, but I think people aren't trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this song is not as good as, for example, say, like, this song is, like, an example of, like, a house track kind of in a similar vibe. You know, like, that is just an objective fact. That there are things about this track that are perfected that aren't on a track like this. If you sent me in this, I wouldn't be saying these things. But I mean, I'm not saying this to like be salty. I mean, I'm really just saying it to sort of clear up why I constantly say these things, because this is kind of an issue, not like an issue, but it's something that I have noticed lately is like with this particular thing that I'm doing, like there's a lot of things that just keep getting repeated and repeated and repeated over and over. For example, like in the track from scratch videos, the mastering and stuff like that, where I just use the same stuff every time. But it's like, this is what really works. Like, this is why I say these things. Like, this is why I say, like, needs more variation, needs a harder kick. Like, I don't know. That wasn't meant to be a rant. That was more just meant to be an infomercial. What's up? When's your essential micro house going up? Micro house set going up? Dude, that's a good question. Maybe next month. I'm so obsessed with techno lately, though. I like the vocal here. It's a cool touch. Yeah, like, I mean, the overall, like, guitar has pretty good stereo width. I don't know, like, let's just use this as a reference. I think it's more like with the drums and the low end and stuff. Could be fatter. They're kind of cleaner, like, you could get a stronger kick. And that's just as simple as literally just getting a better sample. Like, that's the thing, too, is, like, a lot of times, it's more like people just don't know, like, how to find good drum samples. Or, like, they don't realize that they could be using a better one. So I'd work on that. Overall, though, not bad, dude. Like, it is definitely a unique idea and a cool one. But, yeah, thank you for sending that one through. Alright, this next one is from Alex. Thank you for the donation, man. No problem. Let's hear this one. Or no problem going back, I mean. Oh, okay. Trap. Wave. Last time you didn't review my track. Send it again. It's just like, it's hard. I have a lot of emails on top of the ones from last stream. It just really is, if you want me to listen to your track, much easier for me, for everybody to just send me their tracks. And it's not even like I'm trying to, like, I don't know. Like, I know you sent it in last time, but it just, I don't know. It makes it fair and easily fair for everybody if I just say, like, everybody just send in your track. Today is the day of rants, which I'm not really going for. This should hear this is going. This is feedback good. No problem. Your 808 is tuned very high. Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe the salt today. I'm not salty at all. It's more just like, when I say I'm giving rants, it's more like these topics keep coming up, and then I'm like, oh, I have thought of that in the past. Let me explain all of my thoughts exactly as they are in my head in the most long-winded way possible. Minecraft bio-root. This is a good drop. It's just, your 808 is like way too high. It also has some weird stereo stuff going on. Oh, that octave, yeah. And like I said, the 808 also has the weird stereo stuff. I think you should just convert it to mono. Overall, this one's cool, but it doesn't feel focused enough. Like, when you listen to, like, a big future bass drop, for example, like, I don't know, let's just pull up Rusty. That's who somebody was talking about Rusty earlier, and I love Rusty. Like, let's just play Big Cats, for example. Like, the drop in this track, Once you get to the part with the drums, there we go. Alright, cool. See how focused that is? Like, everything is aiming towards this one goal, like, which is to have the loudest, fattest, strongest chords possible, and just kind of have everything fit around that, right? What's the idea? The issue that I'm finding here is that it sounds like everything is sort of conflicting, and the reason for this is because it's not really all doing the same thing. Like, for example, his bass here is following the chords. Your bass is following the chord progression, but it's not like, you know, it's not doing the same thing as the chords. I don't know. I just feel like it could be more like together sounding. And like I said, I would also put the 808 down and make it mono, because the stereo 808s, I don't know, maybe some people like it. For me, it just gives me problems. And I feel like if I was somebody who like didn't really know, oh whoops, wrong one. I'm going to pull up this one from Drew, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But if I was somebody who didn't really know what I was hearing, like if I just wasn't a producer or didn't really know that much about music, I would hear the like stereo 808 and it would just sound like something was broken. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't really feel like a cool effect to me so much as it would just like kind of like stand out. But yeah, thank you for sending that one through. Thank you for the donation, and also thank you, Drew, for the donation as well. Let's hear this next one. It's the stream quality or the track's problem. Drew Cymatics in the chat. Drew Cymatics has left the chat. Yeah, this one's nice so far, Drew. I feel like the drums could use more life though. Which I've heard tracks from you that had like what I'm describing. Like the clap is kind of dark. The hi-hats are a bit dark sounding. And it sounds very like one-dimensional. I feel like you could add more color to the hi-hats and the claps and stuff. I like those little percussions coming in though. I think, Julian, you know what you want to say, but don't go into enough detail because you want to move on. That's a good point. I mean, this is also like not like, you know, this is like a stream, so I have to get through them quickly. I can't give like if I could sit here like this track for example, I could sit here and probably make a 20-minute video of just me sitting here telling you things that could be improved about this track or like things about it. You know what I mean? Like, and I could do that with like almost everything. So I mean, I have to keep it going, but I try to highlight the main points. Hang on, I want to see more here because I'm trying to. You just brought up a Beatport track for 30 years, active producer, and see it's different. Comparing much more experienced producers to bedroom producers. Okay, here's the deal. The experienced producers are bedroom producers. We are all bedroom producers. I'm a bedroom producer. I'm literally in my bedroom right now. I built this entire channel in my bedroom. Like, I don't know. The idea of bedroom producers versus experienced producers, I feel like is just like a psychological thing that quote-unquote bedroom producers are people who think that they don't have what it takes. Again, the key word being they think that they don't have what it takes. That's an excuse that those people make to not get further. Like, I know because I've made that excuse before. Like, in your mind, it's easy to tell yourself, like, oh, I'm just a bedroom producer. I am this. And I've, like, specifically said this to people before and gotten the same response I'm giving you now. And they were right. Like, you're not a bedroom producer. Tachami isn't a bedroom producer. We're all just, or Tachami isn't whatever kind of producer you want to say. Like, we're all just producers. And you can make this stuff. Like, truth be told, Big Cats or that other Tachami track, Shade, that I was playing a second ago. Like, Like, you can make tracks that are this good. It's just, it's less, like, about being able to do it and more just about, like, whittling away at something like this. You know, it's like, in order to make this, you have to make a lot of really bad house tracks first, but if you, like, making the bad house tracks is what teaches you how to make this, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know, like, a good way to explain it. I mean, I think you guys pretty much know what I'm saying, but, like, here's the bedroom producer point. Yeah, well, it's like I said, dude, it's like, there is no such thing as a bedroom producer, especially in 2019. Like, even in, like, 2015 or 2016, that would have been kind of like, okay, like, come on, dude, like, you're making an excuse. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, that's not an excuse for me. Like, I just feel like you shouldn't do that. You're just holding yourself back. But yeah, so that's why I compare your tracks to these producers, is because, like, that's what you need to do. And, like, also I have some news for you. Like, these producers who make these really good tracks, like, in whatever genre, like, this is the same exact thing that they either realized or were told as well. Like, you can make music that is this good. You just need to, like, actively be trying to do it. Most people aren't actively trying to do it. Give Skrillex just a laptop and a pair of headphones from the man. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's not even so much about, like that's kind of, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's like, it's just, it's in your mind. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's all psychological. And people just don't realize it because, like, making music is so tied to, like, your ego and your sensitivities and, like, all these kinds of things, but it really is just entirely in your mind. Like, I don't need to keep telling you, like, cut out the bass, you know, like, compress your kicks a little bit, like, stuff like that. Like, you know, like, you need to know how to do those things. Like, this is why a lot of, like, tutorials become so redundant as well, is because the truth is, like, to make a track as good as Tachami or Rusty, it's not about watching the most amount of tutorials. If that was the case, all of you guys who watch my videos every day would be making crazy tracks. Like, no, obviously it's in your mind, dude. It really is. And I know this because I've done it. Like, you guys have heard some of my music that I've made in the past, and then the music I've been making recently where I've been using reference tracks and I've been trying to, like, actively say, like, this is going to be as good of quality as the other stuff in this style. And sure enough, it happened. I made tracks that were that good. And it was entirely in my mind. I could have been doing that a year ago. Your ears tune to certain styles and skill levels. That's true. But I mean, I wouldn't be getting this. Like, you notice, like, sometimes with some types of tracks, I'm just kind of like, oh, that's cool. Like, you know, it sounds pretty good. Just keep working on it, make the kick fatter. And then some tracks I go into, like, what I'm going into right now. I'm trying to keep playing this track because I like this one. This is a nice show vibe. I'm going to say more about it in a sec. But yeah, like, I only do this about stuff that I'm really, like, confident that I could have an argument about. Like, let's put it that way. Like, I'm not just making claims here. Like, I'm ready to debate all of this. Anyway, so that's why I compare your tracks to quote-unquote professional producers. Because there's no difference between a professional producer and a bedroom producer. That is only just a distinction made in your mind to make it easier for you to make an excuse to not get better. Like, that is it. On the most basic level. Obviously, there's more nuance to it. And like I said, like, making music is so tied into all of our individual egos and emotions and stuff. But you get what I'm saying. Anyway, Drew, this one is pretty fire. Like, you have a good idea here, and I like the vibe. Reminds me a lot of, some of your other tracks. Like, I like the bass line. But like I said, I think you could fatten up the hi-hats and the claps and stuff. Like, for this style of minimal, the type of stuff that I'm, thinking. Hey, thank you, Eating Cheese. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like that one. I'm into that. Anyway. But yeah, like, you know, again, going back to what I was just talking about, like, let's play a track by, like, Ben Rao, for example. You know, same thing, like chill, nice bassy, kind of minimal track. It's a little bit sharper than like Romanian minimal or something like that. Like it's a bit more like techy. It's almost like kind of tech minimal house. You know, it's like that minimal sound, but with a little bit of a tech house kind of influence. But you can hear the hi-hats and the percussion are really sharp and hitting. And this is what I'm hearing for years, because I feel like that's what you're going for here. And yeah, it's not bad. You just need to, like I said, you just need to make those hi-hats and those claps stronger. And also, I think some more variation as well. Like, it's very much the same thing over and over and over again. But I would definitely just keep working on it. But yeah, thank you very much for sending that one through, Drew. Definitely a solid one. Send it through again as you keep working on it. Once you have a more finished one. But yeah, this next one here is from, one moment. Okay, this next one here is going to be from Marks. Let's hear this. Big up, brother. Big up to you too, bruh. Autistic screeching. Nice. That might offend someone. Oh, we're in breakcore territory. Okay. Make something simple but groovy. Yeah, it's harder than it seems. Like, to make those kinds of tracks, like the one that Drew sent, or like something like this, like it's very simple, but it's hard to pull that out of thin air. Just as hard as it is to make something that's super complex. Okay, this is not breakcore. This is like hard techno. Thanks again. No problem. Alright, this one's pretty raw. I like the sound design, like the glitchy sounds are cool. This is bizarre. Oh yeah, this one's brutal. I don't know what to say with this style. I think it's open into interpretation, but I definitely think you can make your kick stronger. Like the bass could be hitting harder. You can have a stronger transient. Like a lot of times with this kind of stuff, I feel like what separates like the kind of bad tracks from the good tracks is the ones that like take like this idea of like this very crazy and hard techno, we kind of refine it, right? Like I said, make the kick bassier, make the kick more focused, give it a stronger transient, make the hi-hats more focused. Maybe, you know, you could keep the distortion and keep that crunch to them, but maybe make them just a little bit less like brutal and squash. Good to see. Hey, Matisse, good to see you too. Nice workout, though. How do I dance to this? I don't know, bro. But yeah, so that's what I'd work on. Like, just try to make it more focused. Like, this is good for raw energy right now, but you just gotta keep working on it and making it stronger. Thank you for sending that one through, Marks. This next one here is from, one moment, Dean. Alright, let's hear this. Track submission. Hey, Julian, started this recently, so it's unmastered and incomplete. Want to know your thoughts on the idea and also your viewers' thoughts.
Like he said, we hit from every angle, man.
Who'd you need release with, or can you tell us the genre? Yeah, my next release. Well, I don't think there's any problem saying it. There was like a disclaimer in the email that I should be low-key, but I don't care. It's coming out on I Am Techno, July. I forget the release date, actually. But it's a 2-track techno EP. Really excited for you guys to hear. You guys are going to love this one. You haven't heard any of these tracks before either. These are all tracks that I made off of the stream and not in videos. So it's all fresh, original techno. from your boy. Coming out on I Am Techno, like I said. Amazing label.
When we come together,
Shout out
it's
Spartak.
on.
But yeah, June is like the last like dry release month for me. And then starting July on, it's all techno fire. Felix, thank you for the donation, dude. I appreciate it. If you send a track through, I'll pull it up after this. But yeah, thank you very much. Alright, let's hear this one from Dean. Tune Juice. Hey, I feel you, Marks.
Word up.
Cool, like old school house vibe. Also, yo, shout out to everybody in here right now. We got like the most people we've had in a while. Hello, good to see you all. I guess this is like the best time to stream. Nice. Anyone else having trouble with the
That's how
stream?
it is. That's how everything is. That's how it's supposed to be.
I like the vocal samples. This is cool. It's a bit boring though. I mean, like the vocal samples give it life, but the over and over gets really repetitive. Lagging. Oh Jesus. Keep cutting out. All right, give me a sec, guys. I'm going to. Okay, well now it was for a second there it was green. I already sent my track mate. It's subject Julie. Oh, nice. Okay, I'll pull that up. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me now. My Wi-Fi connection's being a little weird. But yeah, like I said, dude, I think this one is just getting a bit boring, dude. You need to do something more. Like, you can't just have... That's not really a track. You need, like, more to it. Like, take that idea and expand on it. This is kind of what I was talking about before, about, like, whittling away, like, from a beginner to like somebody who, I hate saying professional because you guys are gonna take that as like somebody who is already getting paid to do it, DJing around the world. Like I'm talking about like somebody, a professional is like more in your attitude than it is in like what you're doing, if that makes any sense. But like, yeah, the difference between like a beginner and a professional, like I was saying, like whittling it away. So for example, in this case, you know, like, making an idea like this, when you're a beginner, you're like, oh, this is crazy, dude. I'm going to make this into a track. It's going to get sound all this. But then, like, when you listen back and you're more experienced, you realize, like, it's not that this was a bad track. It's that you need to expand on it more. And you just don't have the ability to see that when you're a beginner because you're like... Guess this is done. Oh, Jesus. Hang on, are you guys having problems seeing me? Cause I think, oh God, R.I.P. All right. Well, I think it's working now. Stream cut out a little. Okay, well, basically what I was saying is, dude, I think you just need to expand on this idea, make it a bit more exciting. But yeah, thank you for singing that one through, Dean. This next one here is from Julian Earlybird. Felix, let's hear this. Salute. This is in this very early stage. Worked on it on an off day. Worked on it on and off a day last week. Would be cool to get some feedback on the general vibe though, and if you can see this going anywhere. All right, let's see what's up. Side note, Julian. Not gonna lie, your voice is my favorite. Well, that's good. Good now. Okay, yeah, we good. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what was happening. Marek, good to see you. Alright, this one. This is cool with the drum break trapping, but it is a bit boring. I think you need to make it more interesting. Also, I feel like the organ bass, that thing is clashing with the bass. Or with the kick, I mean. I think you need to get the kick. The kick is out of key with that organ bass. And that's not something, like, I mean, me understanding what's going on, I can hear that and say, like, you need to fix the tuning of the kick. In the case of, like, somebody hearing this who wouldn't know anything about music, they're just going to hear it and think, like, they're just, like I said, like, there's something is just off. It was like I was saying before with the phasing. It's like, they're not going to listen to it and say, oh, this is, like, out of phase, this needs to be fixed. They're just going to listen to it and say, this is, like, sounds kind of not good, I guess. Like, same thing here with this. So you need to tune that kick. You should really make a video on how to make things like Luigi, Tuzzy, his kicks. Dude, I would check them. I would check him out. Noise from like Mr. Krabs Robot Dance. To bring the drum variation in early. Yeah, the drum variation definitely helps. I need to catch the attention. Yeah, it is a bit boring. So that's what you need, dude. You need a lead or a vocal sample or something just really catchy to grab the attention, like everyone's saying. Now I want to answer this one. When you say refine a song, how do you refine your vision? Like, other than reference tracks, good samples, good mixing, what's your inspiration? That's a good question. So, the way I look at it is I think it's like, the inspiration is kind of like two things, right? It's like, on one level, you have the inspiration, like, in your mind. Like, for example, right now, if I have an idea for, like, say, like, a cool lead, or, like, a chord progression, or something like that, that's, like, where the first inspiration, I guess it's like levels. So, there's, like, that's where the first layer, such level of inspiration is coming from. And then underneath that, it's like, the other goal is to make the best possible track. So it's like, I don't know, I guess it's like the combination of those two things. It's hard to say, because I mean, those just sound like the most generic, general, like, bland ways you can think of to describe it, that are just, like, the most obvious. But, like, that's what I mean. I mean, I think it's like, I think it's just that people don't have that goal. Like, I think, like, when I've made, like, for example, the tracks that are coming out on I Am Techno in July, for example, when I made those, I was specifically saying, okay, I am making a track that is going to be as good as, like, whatever blank, insert your favorite artist here. Like, I don't know. I feel like that is, like, the inspiration. You know, it's like, the inspiration has to be equal internal, or an equal amount internal as it is external, if that makes any sense. I think that's how you really make the best stuff, because truth is, if you're entirely inside your own mind and entirely just doing what is internal, you're not really going to make the best stuff. And if you're entirely doing what's external, then you're just making stuff to be commercial, you know? So I think the inspiration has to be both. But yeah, thank you for saying that one too, Felix. And thank you for the donation as well. Alright, let's hear this next one from... Who is the next one from? Next one is from Chris. Alright, let's hear this. Cosgrove, Dreamin'. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. I'm sitting here waiting. Hey, I appreciate that. Okay, this one's pretty good. Okay. I see where you're going with this one. Yeah, sure, alright. Let me hear this on my monitor. Okay. I hear what's going on here. I like the disco strings a lot, though. dude, you have a very cool track here. Like, this is very interesting, unique. It's got a nice vibe to it. Lots of cool variation, all that kind of stuff. However, it's professional. That is true. This is very professional. Piano's going for a bit that, yeah, it could use a bit more variation. I'll say that as well. Like, I mean, it is, even though you're expanding on this idea, you're still just doing the same main idea the whole way through. So you could definitely, you know, add some more to it. The strings really are cool, though. I love those kind of strings. Because those aren't, like, easy. Like, to really get those to sound good and, like, harmonize well with your chord progression, you have to, like, I don't know. They're hard, but they sound really good when they work. Like, when they work really well, they work, like, amazingly. But, yeah, so the thing that I'm hearing here is your bass. The kick and the bass are clashing. Something is happening. But when I listen to it on the monitors, it just sounds really rumbly. Like, it almost... I don't know, man. There's some kind of weird, like, rumbly thing happening with your bass when I listen to it on my monitors. You definitely gotta work on that, because that's gonna sound weird in the club. But other than that, I mean, this is a good track. Like, this is a very good idea. I just think it's a bit simple. Maybe you could add, like, a new part or a new chord progression or something. And then, yeah, the bass feels a little weird. Anyway, thank you for seeing that one through. This next one here is from Maddie. Alright, let's hear this. I'll play, like, one of these. Whoa. This is cool. Although that chord stab is out of key. Okay, yeah, that chord stab is out of key. There's no bass here. Okay, yeah, dude, you don't have any bass line. You need more bass in the track. Other than that, I mean, that chord stab is out of key. The mix is messy. You have something cool with that vocal stab and the thing that's doing the tape stops. Like here. But when the vocal stab, or when the chord stab comes in, it's all out of key. So what I would do is I would expand on that idea that I said was cool, and then just try and keep making the track better. But yeah, thank you for seeing that one through, Maddie. This next one here is from Jaden. Let's hear this. I finished the song a while ago, and I was wondering if you could give me feedback. Let's hear it. This is a nice, like... Yeah, it's kind of a cool combo between, like, more, like, upbeat, happy, sort of deep house, and then, like, progressive house. That's cool. The mix is a bit messy, though, like, that super soft, for example. Like Happy Mousetrap. Yeah, definitely getting that vibe. I like it, but I think you could clean up the super soft. Don't change the sound. It's very fat. It just maybe cut out some of the low end and side chain it to the kick a little bit harder. Well, I think what could improve that is, honestly, I don't think it's that generic because it is a cool combo between, like, different styles. I do think, I mean, it's just really repetitive. Get some vocals on this, dude. Yeah, other than that, solid track. Sounds cool to me. Anyway, thank you for sitting on through. This next one is from Melodrama. Alright, let's hear this. Feedback submission. Vibrations. Oh, this is cool. Although it's a bit muddy. The thing with this kind of stuff, happy thing is what I was going for. Nice, well yeah, dude. Alright, so yeah, this one, with these kinds of beats, like, I don't know, let's just listen to, like, Clams Casino or something like that. With this kind of stuff, it's hard, but you need to keep it from getting really, like, messy. Like, you know, let's just play. Like, he does a really good job of making the chord progression still, like, come through, you know? Even though it's so, like, dark and ethereal. So that's what I would work on in your case, like, try and keep the chord progression going. Also, Ashton, thank you for the donation. Thank you very much, actually. I appreciate that. Please consider making a tutorial for a track like Dexter by Villalobos. Kind of old but gold. True? Here, I'll check that out real quick. But yeah, Melodrama. This one is not bad. Like I said, it just sounds a bit kind of like flat. You just need to make it a bit more interesting. Alright, let's hear this. Ricardo Villalobos. This is not on here. What is you doing, bruh? Oh yeah, I guess I can't play it in my country or something. Alright, well, that's fine. But I will check that out. Thank you for the donation, Ash. I appreciate it. Actually, let's just Google that really quick because I want to hear it. Alright, Dexter Ricardo Villalobos. Oh, this is like proper, like really minimal house. I like the old footage there. All right, that's a cool track. I'm definitely probably doing more like minimal stuff like that in the future. I have a minimal video dropping tomorrow actually. So, hey, all right. This next one here is from Dante. Thanks again, Julian. No, it's all good. Let's hear it. It's not here a pain in the ass. Like I was saying, like just when people send me stuff like last stream, I can't just pull it up now. Like it's just hard. So, no problem at all. You just gotta do it. Nice. I'm scared now. How do you check if a sound is in key? Well, yeah, I use a tuner in Ableton. Use your ears. Like with the tracks I was saying before, for example, the kick and the bass were out of key. Like, I mean, that's just something that I've been trained to hear because I have so many times gotten a kick and a bass in the same key together. You know, it's like I'm just kind of trained my ears to do it, I guess. But even so, I think it would be more obvious than you think. Like if you were having like a real serious problem with your track. Okay, I think I hear like some toms in there, like kind of like doom 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 da doom doom, like those kind of toms. I'll get rid of those because they're clashing with the rumble. Your rumble is also like, and your kick in general, it's a little bit too thin. Like again, I'm gonna keep playing this one. Because what's really good about this kick is you can listen, there's a lot of emphasis on sort of like the lower, like mid-range to like the high low end. Like what I'm talking about here is kind of like this. Let's just grab an EQ and I'll show you. Like, you can listen, there's a lot of emphasis on sort of like the lower, like mid-range to like the high low end. Like what I'm talking about here is kind of like this. Let's just grab an EQ and I'll show you. Like, you can listen, there's a lot of emphasis on sort of like the lower, like mid-range to like the high low end. Like what I'm talking about here is kind of like this. Let's just grab an EQ and I'll show you. Like, So there's a lot of emphasis on sort of like this range, right? Like where I'm moving this here. So that's kind of what you need to aim for more with your kick. And then with the rumble, you want that to be more happening. Like right now, the rumble is happening a lot in like 100 hertz. You need to get it out of there and get it more in that range, like in the low end. And I think that'll really help this. Other than that ARP is cool. You should bring that in sooner though. Check 10 years a night. I will for sure. First level subtlety. That sounds very intriguing to me. Dante, you need to have this synth come in sooner. Like, you could have it come in sooner and then just be automating it all over the place, and it would stay interesting. It wouldn't get boring. This build sounds pretty good. It gets a bit boring though. Look what you're doing with the pluck here. Yeah, overall, dude, this is a cool idea. I think you need to expand it more, though. I feel like right now, you really have, like, not really like a full track. You kind of just have, like, this good ARP and, like, a nice build here, and then these parts. You need to really work on this. Like I said, fatten up your kick, fatten up your hi-hats a little bit, and your percussion, and try to do a little bit more with the synths. But yeah, thanks for seeing that one through, Dante. This next one here is from Jack. Alright, let's hear this. Deep House. Made this idea up. I haven't done any automation yet. Just put the ideas together. Let's hear it. Should do more track reviews from famous artists. What do you mean? But thank you. No problem. Oh, nice. This is cool. It's like dubby tech house. And I like what you're doing with the little extra sounds, too. I would maybe try a little bit of a different sound than the electro bass, that like saw wave thing, that thing. Maybe just a different sound, just because that's very like different from what this track is. But overall, this is really good. Yeah, you have a good track here, Jack. I would just keep working on it, keep bringing it to life. Definitely some automation will help, but sounds really good to me. Thank you for seeing that one through. This next one is from email. Let's hear this. Recent thing I made. Hey, I made this yesterday. Thank you. Is loud. Good to know. Okay, Ime, this synth loop is really, really cool. And I would like to play with that, but not gonna. That's selected. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. This is a bit crazy. Like, this feels more like sound design than a song to me. But it definitely sounds unique. Also, I really like this synth beat. I think it would sound really cool in a trap beat. But I'm probably, yeah. But, dude, you should send me that synth loop. I really like that. Even if you just send me the stem for that synth, I would love to, like, try sampling it. And if anything cool comes out, I'll let you know. But other than that, like I said, cool idea. It definitely sounds like I said, a lot more like sound design than a song. But I feel where you're going there. Alright, this next one is from Christian. I'm a patron. Hey, thank you. Just wanted feedback over stream. Alright, let's hear this. Bottom feed. Do you like Collective Turn? Actually, I'm not very familiar with their work. I know, I'm basic. And I'm American. So that's another side of it. Okay, Christian, this one's sounding solid. Definitely think it could use a bit more excitement. I feel like the hi-hats could be more like in your face.
You got me. You got me. You got me. You got me tweaking.
This lead is cool too, but like it's kind of similar to the hi-hats. I just feel like there isn't enough intensity in this track. Like, you have a very tight idea with that, like the percussive kind of metallic thing. I just think that
I'm feeling strong out.
maybe you can make it a bit more intense.
I'm feeling.
This is a cool track though. It's just like I said, like more going on with the hi-hats, sharper hi-hats. You know, make that the bell sound more intense. Maybe fatten it up a bit. But yeah, other than that, definitely a solid track, Christian. I like where you're going with that. I would just keep working on it. Anyway, this last one here is going to be from Aris. Alright, what's his? This one I did quite a while ago. I sent it for feedback months ago. The mix was pretty sure back then. Now it's close to finished. And so I'm curious to hear your feedback. It's quite long, so if it gets a little boring. Alright, let's hear this. This one's cool. Right? Organic sounding. Hold on, we're gonna pull it up in here. Nice thinking, no problem. Wow. This one is crazy. I think, like, yeah, I don't know what to say. You need to get some vocals. This would be really cool with some vocals on it. Anyway, that is all the submissions that we have today, I believe. So with that one, I am going to bop out of here. Thank you so much to everybody who came through. It was really good to see you all. Great stream. I love making music and hearing you guys' tracks for you and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, love you all. Have a great day, night, morning, whatever it is. Peace.